everyone, thank you so much for clicking on the video. I want to tell a story and really start a series about life. I want to talk about things that I've learned in life, not necessarily a tip. I've got a whole nother channel for that, Nick's Tips. I'm going to put the link down in the description below. But I did not have a lot of guidance growing up, and in today's video, I want to talk about something that I just learned or have realized that I want to put out there and I want to talk about. So let's talk a little more about it in a new series where I talk about things that I've learned in my life that I truly want to share with all of you. Hey guys, before we get into it, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps when you like and comment. Comment down below after you've watched the video. Do you agree or disagree, and what kind of person are you? Get to the end so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, but what kind of person? Are you one camp or are you the other camp? Let's get into it. So recently I had a really good conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about, of all things, that I had just had a campfire. And he said, "Hey, Nick, I've got firewood. Please come down and cut some." So I said, "I'll come down and look, but I'm probably just going to get a bunch of oak from a place called Green Cycle down in southern Indiana around Bloomington, where you can buy pre-split wood already by species, already seasoned and piled up." And he said, "Well, if it were me, I'd probably just go cut the free wood myself." And it got me to thinking, and this is where the tip comes in. As we get older, we have to decide what kind of person you're gonna be, because there really are two types of people, and everyone's on the spectrum when it comes to this about where you decide how to spend your time. I look at time as a limited resource, and this person's quite a bit more wealthy than I am. He's, again, much older. And he wants to choose to take all of his free time and dedicate it to doing something that's probably going to take a few hours to section off the tree, and then he's going to have to split it potentially by hand or with a log splitter. And from my perspective, I've got to drive an hour round trip to go get a trailer, and that's going to be $100 for the day. And then that's from my house to the rental place and back. And then I've got to drive south for 45 minutes, and then I'm going to be there for maybe 4 to 6 hours cutting all of this stuff up, jaw-jacking, talking. I'm going to load all this stuff up, take it back to my house, unload it in a pile. Then I'm going to take the trailer back. Then I'm going to go up and rent a log splitter, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to split the wood up, right? Because I'm not going to sit there and split it by hand. I've done that, been there. I'm getting older. I'm not messing with it anymore. But this is kind of where, again, we diverge. He wanted to do that, and again, it's on his property. He has a couple 100 acres down there, so he's got lots of trees. And don't get me wrong, I love the free wood, because the other stuff that I would like to buy is $80 a face cord, $80 to $100 a face cord, which is a stack 4 feet high, 16 inches long, and about 8 feet long. A full cord is 3 of those stacks, so 4 by 4 by 8, so a third of that is a face cord. And for me, when I look at renting a trailer, which I have to do regardless of whether I buy it or chop it, and the time that I save when they load it for me, and all I have to do is stack it and then do the rental I don't have to do the rental for the wood splitter. To me, buying the pre-split wood makes a lot of sense, and I think that's where people are at. There are people who buy a ton of wood or process a lot of wood every year, and they burn it all winter long, but a lot of these people have these amazing resources that they can expedite that. And the point that I'm trying to make here is we have to decide for us, is money the resource or is time the resource? And to me, money spent that I can save my limited time here on earth is invaluable. It's the same thing, and I'm guilty of doing it as a DIYer. If we have to spend time doing something and the return is not that great, if we don't really have an increased quality of life, then is it worth spending our time on that? And that's something that I'm changing my perspective on. For him, again, he's wealthy, he's older, his kids are out of college, so he just wants to save money, and he sees time or money as the great resource. And I feel that you can always find ways to make more time. Now, obviously, he has more, so he's also working, but maybe he just likes to split wood, and I'll probably go cut some from him because it's fun. I enjoy cutting wood. It is fun. But to do like a full cord of it, I know it's so much faster to get the trailer, drive down in southern Indiana, drive back, or drive south, get the trailer, drive down, pick the wood up, and drive back and stack it and be done with it. I don't have to cut, I don't have to split it, I just pick it up, stack it, and drop the trailer back off. It's super easy, and I think that is what I have missed. I've always thought growing up, because I grew up super poor, And I grew up in not a great household, and because we were poor, we had to do all these things just to get by. And I've gotten to this habit of, well, I'm just going to do it myself, so I have this thing, when really, if I had just found a way to expedite the process, pay someone, how much more time would I have to do more things, as opposed to just saving maybe a few $100 on something? I don't know. We have to decide, are we going to value time, or are we going to value money? And if we can spend money to get more time, I truly think that that is much more important than saving a few $100, but it's going to take me potentially all weekend. I have other things to get done. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out some other videos, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for your time and attention.